Mike Brown was going to try very as much as possible to instill something very different from what the Knicks were used to doing last year and indeed in the last 5 years. And it was going to, again, involve a lot more players doing a lot more different kinds of things. It was going to be not as much, Jalen Brunson doing Jalen Brunson stuff. The whole goal of the offensive revolution, let's just call it, is to make it so that, well, if there's a night where Jalen Brunson maybe doesn't have it or whatever you do, you don't want to overtax him. It's not all the Jalen Brunson show and then his friends are along for the ride. And part of that, it's unlocking Mikal Bridges and using more of OG Anunoby. A big part of it is the utilization of Karl-Anthony Towns, who is now about to enter his second decade in the league. This is year 10 for Karl-Anthony Towns. He is as decorated a non-Pantheon level player as you're going to find. Like once you get past the guys who are the ones who we are going to, tell our grandkids that we witnessed them someday. Carl's right he's in that next level. But this guy came into the league as what was supposed to be a revolutionary big man, someone who would change everything with what he was able to do on one side of the floor and then hold up his end of the bargain on defense. We don't have to talk about defense, but just focusing on the offense. Again, we're now in year 10 of this, year 10 of the Karl-Anthony Towns experience. And the questions that I will field on this postgame tonight are the same questions that we have fielded about this player for every one of the previous 9 seasons. And I got news for you, folks. If he plays another 10 years after this one, we're going to be fielding those same questions for the next 10 years after that. Because sometimes a player is what he is. And Karl-Anthony Towns, as much as any player in basketball, for better and for worse, is what he is. You could bring in Tom Thibodeau. You could bring in Mike Brown. You could bring in Red Holzman. You could bring in Red Auerbach. Ain't going to make a damn difference because at some point, the player's got to hold up his end of the bargain. And a lot of people had a lot of issues with me this summer when I said some things about Cat coming off the last playoff performance. I heard it all, took it all in. Happy to do so because I said what I said with conviction. And when I watch games like tonight, I am reminded of why I felt that way coming off of what was a very successful postseason for the team and at times for Karl-Anthony Towns individually. And yet why? Again and again and again, do I watch this player and ask myself, boy, Macri, why do you have so little confidence that they're ever going to be able to scale the mountaintop, that dude, as their second best player? And nights like tonight reinforce my belief.